Hi, my name is Bridget Davis, the Internet Chef, and you're watching an episode of the Internet Chef TV. Now today I'm going to teach you a little technique, and that technique is how to melt chocolate using your induction cooktop. Now, reason why chocolate is so easy to melt using your induction cooktop is because, as we know, induction has a great range of temperature settings, and those temperature settings are very, very precise. So it makes melting chocolate very, very simple. I'll show you how. So all you need to do is grab yourself up, obviously a ferrous metal based pot, so your stainless steel or your cast iron. Grab up your pot and just turn your induction on. Now, because we are melting chocolate, and as we know, chocolate melts at a very low temperature. Hence, when you put a piece of chocolate into your mouth, and your mouth is basically at blood temperature, which is about 36 degrees, that chocolate begins to melt. So this induction cooktop can get down so low, it's similar to blood temperature, and that's how the chocolate melts. Now, traditionally, if we wanted to melt chocolate, what we would do is we'd grab ourselves a pot, we'd put some water into that pot, then we'll grab ourselves a metal bowl, our chocolate will go into the bowl, and that bowl would then go onto the pot, and we would let our chocolate melt that way. But like I said, because induction gets down to such a delicate temperature, all we need to do is turn our induction on. I'm going to set it on temperature setting 3, which is really nice and low. And as soon as I've done that, the chocolate basically goes straight into the pan. Now that's the crazy bit about this, is that, remember, it gets so low and it's so delicate that all we need to do is put our chocolate directly into the base of the pan, and our chocolate's going to begin to melt. So let's just give it a couple of seconds to see what happens in there. It doesn't take long. The other thing with induction cooking is, of course, it's a very, very quick way of cooking, so it happens very, very fast. So already I've had this on just for a couple of seconds now, and I can feel that there's a little bit of heat going through my pan, but not too much, which is great, because that's what we want when we are melting chocolate. We don't want things to happen too fast or too rapidly or too aggressively. So it's just a very, very gentle, slow process. Now already, I'm not sure if you can get into the pan here, but already what's happening, you can see the chocolate's just beginning to melt on the base there. Now I don't have to play with it, I don't have to stir it, I can just pretty much let it do its own thing, and it'll start melting for me. I love to do this, a little trick I love to do. Now, by the way, I'm a bit of a chocoholic, so seeing chocolate melting like this does some pretty strange things to me, I must say. I have to lick the finger just to make sure that it's okay. So already we've got that chocolate melting. And the beauty now about this melting chocolate in this fashion, using your induction cooktop, is yes, you do it on very low temperatures. Like I like to start it off on 3, which is nice and low. But then what I can do after that is I can drop it down to 2. And when I drop that temperature setting down to 2, the chocolate will stay perfectly melted for hours, literally for hours and hours and hours. So I could just leave the chocolate in that pan, you know, come dip a strawberry, walk away, come back 2 or 3 hours later, dip the strawberry in the same chocolate, and that chocolate will stay perfectly melted, because what induction cooking does is it holds temperatures amazingly well. So let's have a little look inside what's going on now. So it's starting really to happen there, but like I said, I could leave that on there for as long as I want, and that chocolate will stay perfectly melted. So if you are, say for instance, melting chocolate to dip chocolate truffles in, this is perfect, because you won't have to reheat the chocolate, you won't have to get it back to that lovely liquid consistency, because the induction does that all for you. So it's a wonderful little appliance. I mean, that looks pretty fantastic. Ah, beautiful. Just gorgeous. It doesn't take very long. Like I said, once you've got it to that point, all you have to do is leave it on your induction, turn it on to 2, and it will stay perfectly melted for you. So there you have it, a little bit of chocolate melting. Now I would like you to stay just a little bit longer until the chocolate actually comes clear, because I would love you to see that as well. But it's amazing, and it is beautiful as well, because one thing to remember about this is the chocolate won't burn, it won't catch. You don't have to worry, there's no fear that at any time that chocolate is actually going to start to dry out as well. So like I said, the induction's nice and gentle, and it'll just leave it there for you perfectly. I mean, a lot of chocolatiers, they use induction for melting their chocolate, because the result the result is pretty sensational. It's amazing. And of course, because we're doing it on such a gentle temperature, I can do stuff like that and not have to worry about burning myself. Just perfectly melted. So we're talking about that blood temperature. Absolutely amazing. I'm using a good quality chocolate too, so it tastes sensational. So there you have it, very, very simple, melting chocolate on your induction. Thank you for joining us here today at the Internet Chef TV. Please make sure to subscribe or visit our blog as well, which is theinternetchef.biz. Love to have you visit, or even you can join us on Facebook, which is the Internet Chef on Facebook, or you can even join us on Twitter, which is Bridget_cooks. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again real soon. Thank you.